How are you
Hello.
doing?
I'm good. How y'all doing? Why y'all
Do
so
you always
mad?
have to preface it with "I'm a black conservative," though?
Yeah, because look, I'm sorry.
I
I'm
can
not
see
really.
from your profile picture that you're a black man.
I mean,
Yeah.
my profile picture up. I thought I took it down. My bad.
No, it's up. It's up.
Damn. Cause look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I took my profile picture down because anytime I get on a live and it's liberals,
Hmm.
I never get in. Like, and I tell them like, hey, look, I agree with some of the shit y'all saying. Excuse my
Hmm.
language, but uh, I'm a conservative. It's just I seen your background, so I asked you to move your head. I seen some things that you got up there. Um, Political beliefs. I'm not about to argue that. Toxic masculinity. Can you explain that for me, please?
What part?
Anybody, you just got toxic masculinity up there. I just want you to explain that to me.
Well, I have toxic masculinity that's overlapping with misogyny, patriarchy, and racism.
Okay.
And then that all combines with racism, white supremacy. But the main theme is that they all um, end up causing violence. You don't
Right.
think toxic masculinity is a product of the patriarchy?
Me personally, I just don't believe in toxic masculinity.
Okay.
And hold on, don't let me explain. Let me explain. I believe. I don't think. Okay, so when you got white supremacy, you got racism, you got toxic masculinity, and you tying all of that into violence. Uh, racism. Racism is everywhere. You can't get rid of racism. I don't care what you try to do. You can't get rid of racism. That's everywhere. You can't. And then with racism, if you look at the Black Laws Dictionary, it's entitled. It's called Black Laws Dictionary. Not nothing to do with black. That's just what it's called. And if you, I think it's the 18th or the 14th edition. If you look at the term racist, you have to have the power to oppress a people to be a racist. You can be prejudiced all day long, but to
Right.
be a racist, you got to
You
have
have to have.
power,
Yeah.
some type of power to oppress a people.
Right.
Okay.
Secondly, and I'm not even gonna talk your points. Your points is for your viewers. I'm just speaking. Now, racism. Morgan Freeman said one time, he said, if the way you can end racism is stop talking about it. People say that's bullshit, but I'm gonna tell you why that's the
That
truth.
is bullshit.
No, I'm gonna tell you why it's the truth.
No,
Because
it's not.
racism.
It made
Hold
me
on, Miss Lady. Hold on, Miss Lady. Listen. All due respect, just hold on. If you put my baby, if I put a black baby, a white baby, a Chinese baby, any race of babies in a playpen with toys,
Hmm.
you know, and some food, the only thing they're gonna fight over is the food. If they fight over that, but them kids is gonna get in that playpen and start playing. They don't know nothing about racism. Nothing. It's the point. It's the fact when people start talking racism, separation of whites and blacks, and all of that. That's when all this racism and hatred shit come in.
Okay,
We
but can
have
I
to.
stop you right there?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm not disagreeing with you. Of course, you're right. Racism is taught. So, in theory, if we don't teach it, it would go away. But the problem is there's a system, and you just said it yourself. There's a
Mm-hmm.
system where people use that for power. There's a system in power. They use that to control. That there's a system in power. So you can't just ignore that and hope that they stop perpetuating that system. But what does
Okay.
that have to do with toxic masculinity? Because toxic masculinity does increase the violence, particularly towards women. So you had started this whole thing stating that you didn't
Okay.
think
Let me
that
ask a
toxic
question. No, hold on.
masculinity
Hold on. No,
existed.
I
Oh
just
no, no,
seen
no,
that.
no. You're gonna let her talk
No,
first.
I'm not
No, I
disrespecting.
agree with you though. I agree
No, I'm
with
saying
what
I
you're.
just seen. I was explaining why I bought it up, Miss Lady. Look, host, I'm not rude, and I understand you probably don't give two shits about conservatives, but I'm not rude.
Not a
I
bit.
mean, I'm not rude at all. Okay.
Well, you were
But,
interrupting her when she was speaking.
no,
That's why
she was
you
saying
let her talk.
she bought up toxic masculinity, and she said
No,
I
you
bought
did.
it up.
You did.
This Miss Lady, when she was talking, she said toxic masculinity. She said I bought it up when I came in. I was trying to tell her why I brought that up.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand she was talking. Listen,
Yeah.
look, I don't know what the belief is about conservatives, but you can't put them all in one boat. Because for one thing, what I don't do is disrespect women. So when you put the violence and said, I don't do that. So you see how I came on your live and I'm saying, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. I'm just asking for the same respect because I feel like you got this thing against conservatives, like they're all in one.
No,
Not
I
you.
don't.
Wait a minute. Who is who? Care Bear. I'm not you. I was talking to the host. I
Right,
just
but
Okay,
go
you
ahead.
but
need to adjust your tone just a little bit because you are coming
here's
off
the
rude.
thing. Here's the thing.
How? I'm
We
in the
don't.
car. No, if I'm loud, I'm in the car. I'm driving. See, look,
Okay.
I'm driving. I'm driving.
Here's the thing. I have, and change actually has a lot more tolerance for conservatives. I think that I'm agreeing with you, and I think you would be hard pressed to find anyone disagree with the fact that racism is taught. Now, how do you get the people who benefit from the system of racism to stop talking about it just by simply saying, okay, if we don't talk about it, that it's going to go away? Of course they would. It's not just going to go away. It doesn't
Okay.
just go away, because you're absolutely right. We teach racism. Black babies, white babies, black kids, white kids, they love each other regardless. It is their parents or it's their environment that teaches them to be hateful. But if we the people just say, okay, we're going to stop talking about it, the system that benefits from racism is still going to be practicing the racism.
I got you. Like I
You know what I
understand.
mean? Like, I don't
Yes,
know
ma'am.
how. I feel like that's a real kumbaya way to look at it. You
Oh,
have to, in my mind, you have to disrupt that system,
okay.
and you have to make people understand that, even though, and I think this is a big sticking point, particularly with conservatives, that I don't understand. So
What's that?
even though we have races, even though the white race has done some horrific things in the past, even though all of that good stuff, or all of that stuff has happened, us talking about it doesn't implicate their participation in it in current day. Like, you are not responsible for what your ancestors did. Now, what you are responsible for is how you approach race today. Do you want to learn about it? Do you want to learn about your mistakes? Do you want to right the wrongs? Do you want to make sure that your children are not taught to hate? Because that's where we're lacking. And we can't just sweep that under the rug. And your party right now has a real or has an actual platform where they want to sweep it under the rug because they feel that they're contributing to white guilt, when really I would like to see the hard-hitting stories where we talk, okay, well, how do the black families feel about this? Why are we not talking about the black families and how they have to deal with racism? Why are we catering to the white guilt of the kids? That's something
Okay.
I don't understand, why a political party would take that viewpoint and think that we're somehow going to progress.
Um. Now, let me say this by saying this. There's a lot of things on the conservative side that I don't agree with. It's a
Right.
lot of things, but then it's a lot of things what the liberals put out that I don't agree with.
Sure.
Right.
So, me personally, I feel like we forgot about humanity. I feel like we lost that somewhere because every time you turn around, it's white, this, black, this, and this, that, and the other. This party did this party did that. To be honest with you, me personally, as a conservative, I feel like we need to get rid of both of them parties because the two-party system is what's keeping this everything divided. The difference between a liberal and a conservative, you got to check my lives out sometimes. The difference between liberals and conservatives to me are policies. That's the difference between that's just how I think it's policy.
So let's talk about those policies, though. You're right. Let's talk about those policies. So I want you to explain to me what, and I'm talking about, I'm talking about active Republican policies.
Okay.
And the state of the world that we have right now. What policies have the Republican Party put forth that is going to make a difference in your life right now?
In my life?
Yeah.
Shit, I can't even answer that question. I can't answer that question if a liberal asks me that. I can't answer the question.
Okay.
Like, I can't, because for one, I'm gonna look at it like this.
Do you want me to go over the 2-minute video where I just talked about Joe Biden's accomplishments? No, ma'am. You want me to go over that again?
Ma'am.
I guarantee
no, ma'am.
There's stuff in there that benefits.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Listen. For one, with conservatives, you have a lot of white conservatives, and the talking points that y'all pointing out, that's not all conservatives. You have a lot of white conservatives that's ignorant. Okay, sure. So that's not all conservative. I'm a black man. Okay, so most people be like, oh well, you're a black man. How is you a conservative and all of this? I look at it like this. I believe in man, woman, and child. This is just me. Like, this is no shot to anybody. This man, woman, and child. I believe in, the schools need to be. I believe the schools need to be taught online. I think everything need to be back to the people. And I think that's where we lost it at. The Congress is no longer.
What do you mean when you say back to the people?
The Congress was the people for the people. It's no longer the people for the people.
What people? It's always
why
been
is it no longer the people for the people? Like, what do you mean by that?
Who said white people?
Well, I didn't say it. No, I know. I just said, why do you think that? Like, what do you mean by that?
Congress ain't for the people like it always. Look. Okay, so I think everybody got a political bias. Always been
for the white people. You say for the people. I'm telling you, Congress and the government has always been for the white people.
Yeah, when has Congress been for the people, though? Really?
That's what I'm saying. The Congress was created by the people for the people.
But you said you wanted to go back to when it was for the people. We're trying to determine when that was.
We're trying to take it. Okay. When I said Congress was created for the people, by the people, we need to bring Congress back to what the initial founding purpose was. We need Congress to be for the people. What we have right now is a fucking, excuse my language, ladies. What we have right now is a excuse me again, a shit show.
You can curse.
Okay.
We concur with that, but help me understand. So I just want to go back to you being a black conservative. Like this, what is it about the conservative platform that
I'm gonna tell you. This is okay. I was not a conservative that long. I kind of jumped ship after Obama left Flint. Obama came to Flint, Michigan. Now, Obama. Everybody know. I'm not gonna lie. I voted for him because he was black. I didn't give a damn where he came from. He was a black man running for president and had a shot of winning. I was like, look, we're gonna get this motherfucker in here.
Right.
But it's a lot of the shit with Flint. I'm from Detroit. Flint water was messed up under his watch. People say you should blame the governor. We did. But when Obama came and talked in Flint, and he came and talked in Michigan, Obama drank a glass of water. We all knew that glass of water was bottled water. That water system did not get fixed until 2021.
It's still not fixed. But which party?
No, yes it is. Yo, no, they got the as of right now.
But which party fixed it?
What you mean? It don't matter what party fixed it.
No, it does. It does though, because you said it
didn't happen under it didn't happen. Trump didn't do it. Obama didn't do it.
Okay, which party did it? Like, I'm still trying to figure out why you are like what part of the Republican platform you identify with the most that makes you like what policies do they implement that better your life?
It's not necessarily the policies.
Okay,
it's
so
just
what
that
is it
I felt like as a black man voting Democrat, I'll be honest, as a black man voting Democrat, we've been voting Democrat for 50 something years. And all we get out of politicians, from liberal politicians, It's empty, broken promises. That's
Why?
all.
Why is that? But no, no. Let's stop
No,
that.
I'm talking. Hold
Let's
on.
stop
Hold on.
that.
Uh-huh.
I understand. I understand what you're saying. Do you understand the mechanics of filibusters and governments and people being? Do you understand what
Okay, hold
has
on. Can I
happened and the stonewalling?
say that again? I got confused. Your moderator
So,
said something, and
okay.
I was trying to
So,
answer it.
do you understand? So, this is, I'm going to tell you this. So, over the last 30 plus years, whenever, so you've got your three branches of government, okay? And
Mhm.
first of all, I'm going to go on and say that historically, when we look at elections and what affects your life the most, it's not elections at the national level, it's
No, it's
elections
local.
at
At
the
the local
local.
level. Exactly.
Right,
At local level.
right. It is at elections. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Detroit is not an overly democratically run locally, like in positions and whatnot.
Yeah, it is. That's a whole everything about Detroit. Everything is democratic. Everything. Everything is that's a whole blue state.
I'm
I'm gonna
talking
tell
about
you,
like the local, like that runs the
local,
city and the.
yeah, all of that is blue. All of
Okay.
that is blue.
So now, okay, now part of the what happened in Detroit was the auto manufacturing and all of that stuff. A lot of jobs got kind of shipped overseas, correct?
Yeah, Chrysler,
Okay.
and I believe it was GM, General Motors.
Okay. But a lot of the middle class was desecrated, right? Over the last 50, 60 years, the middle class has pretty much been desecrated. There were a lot of good auto, like what we would call blue collar jobs, where there was a period of time where, people who, particularly those in Detroit, could get good paying jobs if they worked at the auto plant. Detroit was a really booming city, correct?
Uh, yeah, because of the main three, because I'm an employee of Chrysler. So
Okay.
Chrysler plays they pay pretty good damn money. But
Okay.
yeah, you're absolutely correct.
Okay.
Okay, so but my thing is, and I want to just get back to my point real quick. As a black man, like I said, and I'm pretty sure if you have any black people in the chat, they kind of, no, they probably won't. But a lot of them, we've been voting Democrat for damn near 50 some odd years. And
But
like I
wait, wait.
said,
Can I ask you something? Isn't you
mm-hmm,
work for Chrysler?
mm-hmm.
Is there a union there?
Yes, ma'am, UAW.
Okay. Who is for the unions? Which party is trying to destroy unions?
I got where you're going with that. I got where you're going.
Because we both know
Look,
the
look.
answer to that. So we can
Okay,
say no, no, no. Can we say
I say it for the guests. I mean, I say it for your comment section. The Republican.
okay? Okay. So we can say that there are some democratic policies that actually have benefited your life because you have a good union job. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It's
So
okay.
hear me out, and I'm not listen, and here's I'm
We
gonna
won't
say
tell
something.
the conservatives.
But no,
I know.
but y'all do know it's a lot of Republicans that's in the union too.
I'm not saying that. We're talking about as far as a platform. Of course, there's Republicans in the union, but what we're talking about, Republicans are as a platform, they are not in favor of unions at all, except for the police union. That's the only union that they seem to support.
I mean, and I get
The
that. But
Democrats
what
are
I'm
the one
saying
that
is,
bailed out the
but what
auto
I'm saying is,
industry.
okay, so this is a bunch of questions that I have to ask. I mean,
Okay.
if y'all ladies don't mind, and
Okay.
I'm gonna give both of y'all a follow because
Okay.
I kind of sat here for a minute. I like the host attitude. I don't know, I'm like that too. So I kind of like her attitude. So look,
I got a lot of attitude, so
She does
yeah.
have a lot of attitude.
but look, I'm gonna ask y'all. I'm gonna make a statement, but I want to ask both of y'all a question.
Okay.
The statement I wanted to make was the reason that I do not vote Democrat, and I'm sorry because, like I said,
you don't need to apologize. Just what's the reason?
we've been voting Democrat for 50 something years. Listen, 50 something, and all black people got out of the Democratic Party was empty promises. Now the only group, and I'm gonna say, people supposed to put money behind certain politicians to get certain things that you want. I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna say the biggest crew that did that was the Alphabet crew. I'm not gonna say their name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. They the only ones that actually paid or for paid money into Barack Obama to get a lot of things that they wanted passed.
Okay,
But
can I stop you right there? I'm not discounting what you're saying, but can you tell me the time where you voted for Democrats and they had 100% control of all of their decisions, and it wasn't something that could be uh, not passed by a filibuster or not shot down? Can you tell me a time where Democrats, where you voted for Democrats, they had the supermajority, and then they, don't tell me to stop interrupting, it's my life, and they were able to get that? Because what I hear you saying, like what I honestly hear you saying, is the same talking point that, and I don't want you to take offense to this, but I feel like there's a huge campaign that is stating to people, you know what? The Democrats haven't done shit for the Black community for a long time. And I'm not necessarily disputing that. Please tell me what the Republicans would do for you.
what the Republicans would do for me?
Yeah, please tell me what the Republicans would do for you.
Wait, hold on, wait. But can I ask a question? Because I wanted to ask a question because y'all keep asking me about what Republicans do, but I'm asking you in this comment section, it says that Donald Trump was a racist.
Yes.
He was a insurrectionist. So what I want to ask everybody in the comment section, both hosts, I don't know how y'all did the double host thing, but I got to learn that. But I want to ask all of y'all this one question. Can y'all tell me one law or policy implemented by Trump that negatively affected Black people as a whole?
Yes,
Name
I can.
one. Which
yes,
one?
I can. So Donald Trump instructed his Department of Justice, actually was arresting repeat offenders. So he actually, oh gosh, I'm gonna have to look it up.
Can I respond to them? The Muslim ban. Hold on. Now, when we say the Muslim ban, now we got to understand he was not talking about the Muslims here in America. We all know we all know there's Muslims. What's the word I'm looking for? Islamic terrorists. We knew what Al Qaeda was. We know what they go on in Ukraine. We know about the Islamic terrorists. That's what he's talking about. He was not talking about
So why did he ban all Muslims? That's like saying,
you can't ban all
there's
Muslims.
criminals. Wait. Let me start.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
There's criminals in every race. How do you just make a blanket Muslim ban and say that that's not racist?
What he did was he did not ban all Muslims. He banned Muslims from the those radical Muslims. That's
Okay.
what he banned.
So
Because
hear
then
me out.
they start saying that the man, I got it in here too, but they start saying that the man he hated all Mexicans when he has a bill for Hispanics for them by themselves.
What bill did he have for Hispanics?
He
and here's the thing: if
a bunch of dog whistles, so
if wait, can I say something?
Sure.
So if he was truly against banning Muslim extremists, why did he not ban Muslims from Saudi Arabia, where the majority of the 9/11 attackers came from?
You know what? And I'm going to jump into that real quick on something different. Y'all might call this a conspiracy. I think all of them are tied with Saudi Arabia. If you want to ask,
okay.
I think
we're not gonna go on conspiracies.
No. I'm just not. I'm
stick to facts.
No.
Okay,
but we know the answer. But we know the answers because Saudi Arabia provides us, and he actually sold. There was a huge missile deal. There was a lot of money involved with Saudi Arabia. So if we're talking about a Muslim ban, and he wanted to protect us from actual terrorists, why not protect us from the terrorists that came from actual Saudi Arabia? Because money.
Because I think everybody forgetting.
But
see, that's exactly what it is, and that's on both sides, not just one.
Oh, for sure.
No, but it isn't on both sides. It was his man.
Money plays. See, people got this thing where politicians is gonna do the right thing.
No one has that.
Hold on. Let me finish, please. Everything dealing with far as Saudi Arabia, anything dealing with Saudi Arabia is money. Like, I don't care. They look at 9/11. At 9/11 happened under Bush, But then nobody touched Saudi Arabia because it's money. That's all that is tied up in Saudi Arabia is money. Far as to
okay, I have another policy that he enacted, the family separation policy at the border.
What about it?
That was racist.
Okay, let me say this. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. I just want the answer.
What about Walter
when was those cages built?
I didn't say cages.
No,
I said family separation.
I'm about to ask you a question. Okay,
but no, you didn't answer my question though.
I said
the family separation policy. I did not say cages. I said the family separation policy. What was going on?
Policy. Okay, so what was going on at the time?
No. But
no, I'm asking you. I'm gonna answer your question.
But answering my question with a question
I'm about to answer it. Listen.
Okay, thank you.
Human child sex trafficking.
What does that have to do with taking children away from their children? 100 families still don't have their children back.
You know what Trump said? You have to prove that these kids are yours. You have to prove that the kids are yours. You can look that up.
There's 100 families. The United States is literally under a lawsuit. They were all those kids. So we're taking the word. He enacted a situation where he separated kids away from families, which years later are still not reunited. We have literally torn families apart. And I know there's no way you could really sit there and justify that.
That didn't just happen under Trump.
Yes, it did, actually. That was his policy signed by Stephen Miller and put in
place.
Yes, it was.
Okay, but if it happened under Trump, why in 2014 kids was being put in cages?
We're not talking about cages. They were put in cages for literally a short amount of time. We're talking about families being separated forever.
They're not separated forever. He's trying to protect the kids for child sex trafficking.
There's still hundreds of families that are still separated. They're still trying to find the kids.
Okay.
No, wait, you wanted more
examples. No, that's not a conspiracy theory. This is like literal facts.
I'm not. Okay, but you can't call it a conspiracy theory because literally.
No, someone in the comments said that I was saying a conspiracy theory, and I was saying no. These are literal facts. They're still trying to find the families. That was a Trump policy.
Hey, I'm sorry, but y'all have a lot of rude people to y'all guests and to y'all in y'all chat. You don't have moderators to kick them people out.
No, these moderators. I think a lot of these people are actually bots, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask this. So why is Biden giving all of them who were separated from their families money?
Oh, I'll take this. Because that is a crime. And he's not giving them money. What you're commenting is on a story that was on Bannon's website. So all of those families that were separated, they are all suing the United States government. Okay, in courts. Biden doesn't have the authority to make court cases go away. Okay,
you're right.
So they're trying to get settlements. Okay, their settlements that they're trying to get, or they're suing the United States government. And by the way, there's still over 100 families that still do not have their kids back. Okay, so the families that have hired attorneys and are suing the United States government, what Biden briefly talked about, but it was put out as a story, but it's not even the case, is implementing just a straight dollar amount, so that instead of them wanting to get $2 million per child that was separated, they would cap it at, I believe the number was $432,000. These are lawsuits. He can't make the lawsuits go away.
Let me
let me finish. So what happened under Trump, these people have actually sued the United States government. He's not giving them money. Do you see how you phrase that?
Okay, but look,
you phrase that as him giving them money. It's United States government having to pay out on lawsuits.
Okay, but how are they paying out lawsuits for people who try to come in illegally?
Because what Trump did was against the law. Right. And so they are suing. They're suing. Biden doesn't have control. Biden is not king. He can't make lawsuits go away. He doesn't have that power. So if the United States federal court system deems that these people have a case, the federal court system with judges and laws that were placed well before Biden, if they deem that these people have a case and that they can proceed, then the United States has to defend themselves and they have to show up to court and they have to pay out. This is not, oh, let's just throw money at these people. Do you understand that? Like, it's like if you did something, or let's say that you did something or the United States government did something against you, and let's say you were breaking the law, but they still broke the law. Okay. You can still sue the United States government. And that's what's happening with these cases. So it's not like Joe Biden is like, here's millions of dollars.
You know what I think is crazy? Trump gets sued and Trump get blamed for a lot of things, but I guarantee if not 90%, 100% of them cases will get thrown out.
No, but they're not.
Stay on point. Let's
just stay on point. You asked me a question, I answered it.
Yeah. You wanted some more examples of him being racist.
Like,
the more
I understand. Like,
but y'all talking about, what I'm saying is, y'all talking about what he did to motherfuckers in other countries. I'm talking about
no. This happened here on American soil. So it doesn't matter. We have a set of laws that the United States government has to abide by. So I think what you're missing is that if the laws of the land determine that there's a case.
But I asked about black people. My specific question was,
I'm trying to answer.
Y'all want me to answer straight questions with y'all. I asked a straight question. I said, what law, if you can cite a law or policy implemented by Trump that negatively affected black people?
I have one.
Okay, can you let her speak?
The morning after Philadelphia police fatally shot a black man, 27-year-old Walter Wallace Jr., Trump praised officers as, quote, the most incredible people on earth, end quote. Later that day, his campaign rolled out a new ad, Uphold the Law, a 30-second spot that falsely accused Biden and Kamala Harris of fanning flames while American cities burned, refusing to strongly condemn violence, the narrator says, and supporting bail funds that help let rioters, looters, and dangerous criminals out of jail.
Okay. We're not going to sit here. So is everybody saying that he lied? There was no burning, there was no looting, and none of that shit in none of them cities.
Okay, but wait. I just want to know, because this is going to be a futile effort. If you think that Trump was the greatest president ever, and he didn't do anything wrong, and he was the best president for African Americans, we don't have anything to discuss, because even though we present facts and we tell you things, that's just not
what I'm saying. But
I feel that is what you're saying, though.
No, what I asked y'all, I asked you. You read a quote about something about police.
The First Step Act.
Okay, the First Step Act. So that the First Step Act negatively affect black people.
Yes.
How?
Key parts of the law are working as promised, but other parts are not, such as expanded rehabilitation and recidivism programs.
So explain opportunity zones. Explain
Did
the
he get rid of
opportunity zones? No, he signed an executive order for opportunity zones in low income, poor neighborhoods. Opportunity zones.
Trump reinstituted the federal death penalty. Do you think that did or did not negatively impact people of color?
The death penalty? I think that would impact everybody, not just people of color.
But it was only people of color, like federalized, that
y'all, both of y'all talking, and I can't hear you.
I want to go back to the opportunity zone. So, what did Trump's executive order do? And did that executive order get funded? Did that executive order get funded?
I asked you. It got signed, the executive order.
But did it get funded?
I believe so.
Oh, but do you want to check that? Because there's a lot of things that he touted that he did that never actually came to fruition.
Okay, and so what about the money he gave to the black colleges?
He didn't actually. And who gave more money?
Yes,
wait. Do you know who gave more money to black colleges?
Don't say Biden. Please don't say Biden.
It was Biden. I hate to say it. That is 100% verifiable fact.
I love that you said it.
You say what?
That is 100% verifiable.
So do y'all
fact.
believe
Biden
everybody
gave more money to the HBCUs?
So y'all believe everybody on death row is black?
No, but you just said HBCUs. Like, keep up.
I know what I said. I was responding to the host.
I don't know who the host.
I
want you to acknowledge that Biden gave more money to the HBCUs.
He took that money away.
No, he didn't.
He did.
Change. You're Googling right now. Please Google that stat for me.
Which one?
Who gave more money to HBCUs?
Let's see. Who gave more money to HBCUs?
Because if I'm not mistaken, Biden signed that executive order, but he took that money away.
No, he didn't. The Congress took the amount.
Can I say something to Johnny Matt 617 with the black fist and with the rainbow thing with the black fist? For one, you gotta know. You calling me Uncle Tom? You gotta know who Uncle Tom was. If anything, you would say the term Sambo. Sambo was a traitor to his people, not Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom was helping his people. Please know what you calling people.
Yeah, I wouldn't call a conservative.
Sambo was a traitor to his people, not Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom was helping his people. Please know what you calling people.
Yeah, I wouldn't call a black conservative Uncle Tom. But anyway, who gave more money to HBCUs? Change.
So this is on whitehouse.gov on the White House website. The Biden-Harris administration historically invests and supports for historically black colleges and universities. Let's see. What's the number?
Hold on, because Nicole, I know how to talk.
Since January, the Biden-Harris administration has delivered a historic $5.8 billion cumulative investment in and support for HBCU.
Okay, so $5.8 billion. Now let's Google how much Trump gave.
Let's see. Trump, HBCU. Let's see. Go to AP News. Trump signs bill restoring funding for black colleges.
Restoring funding. How much was it?
$250 million a year.
It seems like that's less than $5.8 billion. Am I right?
$250 million a year. Okay. Over how many years?
$250 million a year. It says permanently provide $250 million a year.
What
does Biden say?
$5.8 billion.
Did Biden's pass?
Yes. Went into effect this year.
Yep.
He calls you his African Americans and said Mega accepts you. Look, let's get this straight. My thing on presidents, I don't give a damn about none of them, to be truthfully honest.
Then why do you stick up for Trump?
What you mean? No, what you mean stick up for Trump? I said I was
like you have said nothing but positive shit for Trump since you got here.
And I can say because I ain't got nothing positive to say about Biden. What
positive? I'll give you already a couple of your things.
Restarted.
Hey, look, what's your name? Change the world
program.
I sent her a follow.
383 CMF grant program for affordable housing. Prioritize owner occupants and nonprofits as purchasers of FHA. Paid a 10% retention incentive to permanent federal firefighters and $1,000 bonus to seasonal firefighters. Transitioned hundreds of federal firefighters from part-time to full-time and hired hundreds more. But I guarantee you're not going to read any of these on Fox News.
Oh no! Look, this lady. Let me tell you something about me. I do read. Anything. Hey, can you stay right there? Because I can't.